Meet Alex, a passionate entrepreneur with a brilliant idea for a new sustainable coffee brand. Late nights were spent perfecting the roast, dreaming of future success and unique flavors. Her vision was clear, a memorable name and a powerful identity. The name EcoBrew resonated perfectly with her mission. It was catchy, meaningful, and felt like the cornerstone of her entire venture. She imagined it on packaging, signs, and digital platforms, a symbol of quality. One day, while researching market trends, Alex realized something crucial. Her brand name, her identity, needed protection. What if someone else used EcoBrew or something too similar? Her dream felt suddenly vulnerable. Her first thought was to hire a lawyer. She knew legal protection was essential for her brand's longevity. However, the potential costs weighed heavily on her mind. Startup budgets were already tight, every penny counted for growth. The thought of spending thousands on legal fees for a trademark felt daunting. Could she really afford such an expense right now? Doubts began to creep in, threatening to delay her vital brand protection efforts. Then, during a late-night search, she stumbled upon articles detailing how to trademark a brand name without a lawyer. A spark of hope ignited. Could this truly be an achievable DIY project for her business? Armed with newfound determination, Alex decided to embark on this journey herself. She committed to learning every step, understanding the process, and protecting her EcoBrew vision without expensive legal aid. Her first task was to understand what a trademark truly protected. Was it just the name? Or also the logo and slogan? She spent hours delving into intellectual property basics, a new world opening up. She learned about the different types of trademarks, word marks, design marks, and even sound marks. For EcoBrew, a word mark for the name and a design mark for the logo were her primary concerns. Next, understanding trademark classes became crucial. She discovered that trademarks are registered under specific categories of goods and services. EcoBrew would likely fall into coffee, food, and beverage classes. Alex diligently researched the relevant government intellectual property office website. Its vast resources, guides, and FAQs became her go-to source for reliable information, slowly demystifying the process. She discovered the importance of the use in commerce requirement. A trademark generally needs to be used, or intended for use, in selling goods or services to the public. EcoBrew was already brewing. One key takeaway was that a trademark protects against confusion. If another brand's name or logo could confuse consumers about the source of goods, it might infringe on her rights. Alex meticulously documented every piece of information. She created a dedicated folder on her computer, saving links, notes, and screenshots. Organization was key to navigating this complex task efficiently. She also learned about common pitfalls, like choosing a generic or descriptive name, which are harder to trademark. EcoBrew was distinctive enough, giving her confidence in its registrability. The most critical early step was conducting a thorough trademark search. This involved checking existing registered trademarks to ensure EcoBrew wasn't already taken or too similar to another. She started with the official government trademark database. It was a powerful tool, allowing her to search by name, goods/services, and even design elements, though she focused on words first. Initial searches for EcoBrew revealed some similar words, but not in her specific coffee and beverage classes. This was a good sign, offering a glimmer of hope that her name was unique. However, a comprehensive search wasn't just about exact matches. She learned to look for phonetic similarities, similar meanings, and even slight misspellings that could still cause confusion. Alex expanded her search beyond the official database. She checked business registries, domain name availability, social media handles, and even app store names to gauge broader usage. This broader search confirmed her initial findings. EcoBrew appeared to be clear for her intended use in the coffee market. A significant hurdle felt overcome, boosting her confidence. She understood that even a thorough DIY search couldn't guarantee approval, but it significantly reduced the risks. This proactive step saved potential heartbreak and wasted application fees later. The search process, though tedious, empowered her. She felt more connected to her brand, understanding its legal landscape. This wasn't just paperwork, it was safeguarding her future. With the search completed, she could now confidently proceed to the application preparation. The path ahead seemed clearer, though she knew more detailed work was still required. She took a moment to celebrate this small victory. A warm cup of EcoBrew coffee in hand, she reflected on how far she'd come, learning complex legal steps herself. Now, the real work of preparing the application began. Alex needed to gather precise information about EcoBrew, including the exact goods and services, and the specimens of use. She carefully defined her goods: roasted coffee beans, ground coffee, and prepackaged cold brew. Precision here was vital, as it dictated the scope of her protection. For specimens of use, Alex needed proof that EcoBrew was actually being used in commerce. This meant photos of her coffee bags with the brand name on them, or website screenshots. She also considered her logo design. Would she trademark just the name, or the stylized logo as well? Deciding to protect both, she prepared a high-resolution image file of her EcoBrew emblem. Alex revisited the trademark classes, double-checking that her chosen classifications perfectly matched her goods and services. Misclassifying could lead to delays or even rejection. She carefully reviewed her business legal name and address, ensuring everything matched official records. Any inconsistencies could raise red flags with the examining attorney. Alex created an account on the government's online filing system. The interface was user-friendly, guiding her through various sections. She felt a mix of excitement and cautious optimism. Each field of the application required careful attention. She cross-referenced her notes repeatedly, ensuring every piece of information was accurate and complete, leaving no room for error. The declaration section, where she attested to the truthfulness of her statements, was important. She understood the legal gravity of submitting a trademark application, even without a lawyer. With all preliminary information gathered and reviewed, Alex felt ready to begin the actual online filing process. The biggest test of her DIY spirit was about to unfold. Navigating the online application form, Alex meticulously entered her brand's details. The system prompted her for information step by step, making the process surprisingly manageable for a first-timer. She uploaded the high-resolution image of her EcoBrew logo. The system confirmed the file type and size were correct, ensuring clarity for examination and future publication. Choosing the correct filing basis was another critical step. Alex selected intent to use since EcoBrew was still new, but also provided actual use specimens where applicable for current products. She then carefully entered the description of goods and services, ensuring consistency with her earlier research. This section was crucial for defining the scope of her trademark's protection. The system guided her to attach her specimen of use, the photo of her EcoBrew coffee bag. This tangible proof demonstrated that her brand was genuinely in the marketplace. Before finalizing, Alex utilized the system's review function. She read through every single line, catching a minor typo in her address that could have caused delays. The review process felt like a final exam, but her thorough preparation paid off. She corrected the minor detail and felt a surge of accomplishment for her careful attention. Finally, she reached the payment section. The fees were significantly less than a lawyer's retainer, affirming her decision to go the DIY route. She entered her payment details with a sense of relief. With the payment processed, the system displayed a confirmation page. An application serial number appeared, marking the official beginning of her trademark journey. A milestone achieved. Alex printed out the confirmation for her records and saved a digital copy. She felt a profound sense of achievement. Her brand, EcoBrew, was officially on its way to being protected. The waiting game began. Alex knew the process took several months, as her application would undergo examination by a government attorney. Patience became her new virtue. Periodically, she checked the online status of her application. Each update, no matter how small, offered a glimpse into the progress. It was a digital vigil for her brand's future. Months passed. Alex continued developing EcoBrew, expanding her product line and marketing efforts. The trademark application silently progressed in the background, a foundation for growth. Then, an email arrived from the intellectual property office. Her heart skipped a beat. It was an office action, a communication from the examining attorney regarding her application. Alex took a deep breath. She remembered her research. Office actions were common and not necessarily a rejection. They were opportunities to address concerns and clarify her application. The office action stated a minor issue: the description of roasted coffee beans was slightly too broad. The attorney requested a more specific wording to differentiate it clearly. Alex consulted her notes and the government's guides again. She found examples of acceptable language for coffee products, realizing it was a common refinement asked by examiners. She carefully drafted a response, proposing the revised wording: freshly roasted coffee beans and ground coffee. The specificity was crucial for the attorney's approval. Alex ensured her response was polite, concise, and directly addressed the attorney's concern. She understood that professionalism, even without a lawyer, was paramount in legal communications. She submitted her response through the online portal, feeling a renewed sense of empowerment. She had faced a challenge and was tackling it head-on, proving her capability. Another period of waiting ensued. This time, Alex felt more at ease, knowing she had addressed the issue promptly and thoroughly. She trusted the process, having learned so much. A few weeks later, another email arrived. This time, the subject line was different: notice of publication. This was excellent news. Her trademark was moving forward. The notice of publication meant her EcoBrew trademark would be published in the official gazette. This allowed third parties to oppose the registration if they believed it would cause confusion. Alex understood this was another standard step, a public vetting process. Given her thorough search, she felt confident there would be no valid oppositions against EcoBrew. For a month, EcoBrew was publicly visible. Alex continued to monitor her email, but no oppositions were filed. The coast seemed clear, bringing her closer to registration. The period of potential opposition passed without incident. This was a significant milestone, indicating that her brand was indeed unique and non-conflicting in the marketplace. Alex felt a quiet sense of triumph. Every step she had taken, every detail she had checked, was now paying off. The DIY journey was nearing its successful conclusion. She began to envision EcoBrew not just as a coffee brand, but as a robust, legally protected entity. The trademark would provide a solid foundation for future growth and expansion. The final stage was approaching: the issuance of the registration certificate. This official document would be the culmination of months of dedicated effort and learning. Alex reflected on the journey. It had been challenging, requiring diligence and patience, but incredibly rewarding. She had saved money and gained invaluable knowledge. Then, the ultimate email arrived: certificate of registration issued. Alex gasped, tears welling in her eyes. Her EcoBrew brand was officially trademarked. She opened the attachment, a digital copy of her official registration certificate. The EcoBrew word mark and logo were now legally protected, a symbol of her hard work. A wave of relief washed over her. All those hours of research, the meticulous filling, the anxious waiting, it had all led to this moment. Her brand was secure. She immediately shared the news with her closest friends and family, who had supported her throughout the startup journey. Their cheers and congratulations filled her heart. The small symbol now belonged to EcoBrew. Alex envisioned it proudly displayed on all her products, her website, and marketing materials, signifying authenticity and legal ownership. This trademark wasn't just a legal document, it was an investment. It prevented competitors from using her brand, safeguarding her unique identity and customer recognition. It also added significant value to her business. A registered trademark is an asset, enhancing EcoBrew's appeal to investors and increasing its overall market worth. Alex understood that maintaining her trademark required ongoing attention. She would need to monitor for potential infringements and file renewal applications as required by law. But for now, it was a moment of pure triumph. She had navigated a complex legal process entirely on her own, a testament to her dedication and entrepreneurial spirit. Her journey demonstrated that with thorough research and commitment, entrepreneurs could protect their intellectual property effectively without necessarily incurring high legal fees. The EcoBrew brand flourished under its new protection. Customers recognized the name, trusting its quality, knowing it was unique and distinct in the bustling coffee market. Alex felt a deep sense of pride. Her small business idea had grown into a recognized, respected brand, safeguarded by the legal foundation she built herself. She even considered offering advice to other budding entrepreneurs, sharing her experience as a testament to the power of DIY legal knowledge for small businesses. Her brand's secure footing allowed her to innovate fearlessly, knowing that her investments in branding and marketing would yield long-term returns without fear of imitation. The EcoBrew story became an example, a testament to how one determined individual could navigate bureaucratic processes and achieve significant legal protection for their dream. Alex's success underscored the accessibility of trademarking. It showed that with enough dedication, the path to intellectual property protection was open to everyone, not just corporations. Her journey saved valuable startup capital, which she reinvested into sustainable sourcing and community initiatives, furthering EcoBrew's core mission. The peace of mind that came with the trademark was invaluable. Alex could now focus entirely on growing her business, rather than worrying about potential brand infringement. She encouraged other small business owners to consider the DIY route, reminding them of the wealth of information available and the power of self-education in building a resilient brand. The story of EcoBrew and its DIY trademark journey became a beacon of inspiration, proving that a strong brand foundation starts with understanding and protecting your unique identity. Even with her trademark secured, Alex knew the vigilance continued. The digital landscape constantly evolved, requiring ongoing monitoring for new businesses with similar names. She set up Google alerts and routinely checked industry directories for any potential infringements. Protecting her brand was an active, not passive, responsibility. This ongoing effort ensured that her EcoBrew trademark remained strong and enforceable. Any signs of potential confusion were addressed swiftly and professionally. She remembered the official duration of a trademark registration and marked her calendar for renewal dates. Missing a renewal could mean losing her hard-earned protection. Alex's legal confidence grew with each step. She realized that understanding basic legal principles was an essential skill for any modern entrepreneur, empowering them fully. Her business operations now integrated trademark best practices, from designing new packaging to crafting marketing campaigns. Brand protection was embedded in every decision. The journey from a hopeful idea to a legally protected brand was transformative. Alex wasn't just a coffee entrepreneur, she was also a self-taught intellectual property expert. This new skill set provided an unexpected layer of confidence, allowing her to negotiate partnerships and expand her business with a secure legal foundation. The EcoBrew trademark became a badge of honor, representing not just quality products but also the resilience and ingenuity of its founder, Alex. Her story continues, a testament to the power of knowledge and perseverance in the entrepreneurial world. Protecting your brand truly is protecting your dream. Alex now offers online courses and workshops, demystifying the trademark process for other small business owners. She shares her journey, inspiring others to take control of their brand's destiny. Her mission expands beyond coffee. It's about empowering entrepreneurs to navigate legal landscapes confidently, ensuring their innovative ideas are properly safeguarded. The legacy of EcoBrew is not just delicious coffee, but also a blueprint for accessible brand protection. Alex proved that legal expertise isn't exclusive to attorneys. Every time she sees the symbol next to EcoBrew, it reminds her of the journey, the challenges overcome, and the invaluable knowledge gained. A true entrepreneur's triumph. And so, Alex's story continues, brewing success and inspiring countless others to bravely protect their brands, one DIY step at a time. The future of EcoBrew is bright, secure, and uniquely hers.